Hi guys, this is the sixth episode of the Hashbrown Traveler. Today I talk about Bahrain Visa. So actually Bahrain is an island nation that is situated in the Persian Gulf, and it's neighbored by Saudi Arabia and Qatar. So this country is a very wealthy oil rich kingdom, just like its Saudi counterpart. So the thing here is that it doesn't rely much on tourism, but it relies more on business. And for a business motivated country like Bahrain, for them tourism is not an issue, as it does not endorse much about tourism, and most of the people who work there are expats, and they just come for work and they don't visit for tourism. But actually Westerners visit Bahrain for tourism purpose, mainly for the F1 race that happens every year in Manama. So I wanted to take an opportunity to go to Manama, Bahrain to attend the F1 race, which was held in 2019. So after my after my bitter experience of my Spain visa rejection, I decided to try to go to Bahrain for attending the F1 race. So what I did was I just first booked the ticket for the F1 race, which technically costed me 15,000 rupees, and then I just decided to go forward with buying a flight ticket. But the flight tickets were kind of expensive at first because a lot of carriers were charging much because of the F1 season. So then what happened is I tried asking one of my family friends. That person's son works for the national carrier of Bahrain, and moreover that man is also a former playback singer, you can see in this scene. So I asked him some advice regarding the trip to Bahrain. So he was like, "Oh, you want to come to Bahrain to see the F1 race? Oh, do you have the tickets? Okay, fine." And then he said, "First, you go in Gulf Air." But I said, "Gulf Air is kind of expensive, the tickets." And he said, "Why don't you try Air Arabia, the plane?" So I thought he gave me a very good idea. Okay, fine, Air Arabia. Immediately I just booked my tickets without even thinking twice, or without even taking the advice from a person who had a good knowledge about F1 races. I just booked a ticket. So what happened after that is I found out that it was very difficult to even procure a visa to Bahrain, because there's a lot of things to show for that visa. It's almost close to like applying for a Schengen visa, to be honest. Because number one, that country is very expensive, and number two, the thing here is tourism is not much of a necessity in a country like Bahrain. So the thing here was they would technically ask you for a bank statement with the closing statement of 1 lakh in the account. I didn't have 1 lakh in my account, to be honest. So I was thinking what to do. I was kind of technically wasting my time without even knowing what to do about the same. How am I going to cancel these tickets? How am I going to get the refund for the F1 tickets? And then when I go to the F1 tickets, I found out that they don't have a refund policy, because there is one refund policy there, on provided that you have to click that tab in order to attain a refund in case if you don't want to attend the race. I ended up calling a phone number all the way to Monaco for this, and they told that the tickets are not refundable, but you can pass it to someone else. So I tried my level best to pass it on to a lot of people who wanted to go to Bahrain and all that. Nobody was interested to go. They know very well it's very expensive to go there and see that thing. And then I decided to do the unthinkable. I went to the airport and I was trying to see whether I can pass off this ticket to someone, even if they're not willing to pay me. I wanted to get rid of the ticket, but I could not get rid of the ticket at all. I was wasting half an hour in the airport all by myself. So I decided to cancel the flight ticket altogether. only to find out that Air Arabia had a no refund policy also, but the only catch is they would retain the amount for credit purpose, that you can use it for any other destination you want or so. Only thing here is I had spent 30,000 rupees on the flight ticket to Bahrain, but what happened was they had cancelled the ticket and they had taken 9,000 as the cancellation charges, in which I was only left with 20,000 worth the credit of the ticket. So I realized that it was a humongous waste of money and time for some place you wanted to visit, when you know that the visa is very difficult to get, and without even knowing the terms and conditions of how these things work. I request you not to invest on any trip as long as you know the terms and conditions of it, and how is it possible to attain the visa, and is it worth the money spent. That's all I can say in this case for a Bahrain trip. So for expats, it would be easy for them to go to Bahrain, because for them they can just bring their family to show them how the expat life goes in the kingdom of Bahrain. After a few months only, I decided to take that Dubai trip, which you would have seen in the previous episode. And based on the credit of that ticket, I managed to buy a very cheaper ticket via Delhi to Sharjah, and I profited out of that. So I hope you like this episode regarding the Bahrain visa. Please like, subscribe, and share the Hashbrown Traveler. See you in the next episode.